Hello and welcome to a random game of Magic the Gathering. Mahjong will happen. I'm just at the moment still embroiled in a all-out war with Slime Boy in a game of Penny Dreadful. Where both of us are playing mono green unfair things. And that's game one down. Still, I've got two to come back with on the multiplier. Once this game is over, I will switch over to Mahjong Soul. I know there's people currently waiting for a game to get started, so please join that because they would very much appreciate getting started with things. Okay, sideboarding. So this deck is basically a ridiculous Eureka combo deck. Eureka allows you to put in as many cards as you want from your hand and do some silly things with them. So, given that Slime Boy is basically going off with ridiculous trampling nonsense creatures, it might be better for me just pack the board with some 6/6s. Sandstorm Confluence, I think, actually stops him attacking, so that's probably worth keeping. Stormtide Leviathan does the same thing. Do I get rid of the Hellkites? I like my big dragons, but I think, honestly, getting in some... I guess it doesn't matter, and they can actually block most of his attackers. Control Magic doesn't do anything because all this stuff dies. It doesn't last on the table. So I can replace that with, I guess, a Teferi to be really evil. Or actually, we'll just put in a Simic Sky Swallower and we'll go with that. Alright, so 1 down, 2 to go. And then Mahjong. Also, I apologise, this currently isn't set up properly for MTGO because it's set up for how I would normally have it for Soul. And since this was done just basically as an interim thing to hopefully get a game started, we'll see. Anyway, we're okay with this. So basically, I should really be mulliganing until I get Eureka, but this actually is a reasonably strong start, and we can actually cast a Taka if we get that far. So, Forest, Bird of Paradise, which at some point in the last month or however long the seasons go for Penny Dreadful, has been priced at 2 cents. 2 cents at some point in the last couple of months, and that's why it's legal in this format. Every card basically has to have been priced at 2 cents on Magic Online or less in the last however long it is. I think it's 2-3 months. But yeah, Slime Boy got me onto this. I mean, I was playing Magic Online anyway because I play 5/6 Commander because you can borrow a 5/6 deck from Card Hoarder and basically replace it as you want new cards. So yeah, both of us spent less than $1 on these decks. Alright, Llanowar Visionary. Draw a card. Yeah, honestly, if you want to play Mahjong, get in there because that is set to auto-match. Just needs to get a 4th in. That's the only reason I really started the stream while I'm not actually involved in it. I also should be F6ing a lot more than I am. Join us. Join us. Let me just check. Match management. Oh no, the game is literally just started. Okay, fine. Alright, Wilt Cycle. I have no idea. You were definitely one of the 3 at some stage, but Link, Joker, Solar, Yarok, and Prospero are in a game. Okay, Temple of Mystery. Let's see what's on top. There we go. So this is the combo piece that we want. We want that on top. We're also going to pass the turn and just move on to... Pass on to James's turn. So Eureka, basically, once I draw it, will allow us to just combo off and grab everything. Tempting though it is, I don't think we want to fire off Fact or Fiction end of turn, even though I've kept up mana for it. Because he is getting a bunch of creatures into his hand, so he can also cast them for free when I cast Eureka. And currently all we're doing is playing a Sandstorm and a Taka, which isn't the best. Also, for Fact or Fiction, I won't be able to draw it. So James, Father Slime, actually. He changed his moniker a while back. I suppose I could wait a turn. Yeah, let's fire off this now, main phase. I could wait, but I want to actually attack with the Llanowar Visionary anyway. And I'm fairly certain he doesn't have too many tricks and stuff to do. Alright, so birds, Llanowar Visionary, Paradise Druid. I think we keep whichever one gives us the Visionary here. None of which is extremely powerful. So basically, if activation, he picks 2 piles. I choose one of the piles to grab. So I'll do that. I don't think he is. I'd be surprised if he is anyway. I don't have the ability to play anything off that. I could have played one of the Birds of Paradise, but I felt this was the better hand to keep. Because I can cast more things off Eureka. I also should be attacking, but that's fine. I'll hold that up. If that 2 damage matters, then that's just bad play on my part. I am also trying to rush a little bit to try and get to Mahjong. Which I'd actually have to set up, so yeah, shenanigans. Anyway. Plays his own bird. Yeah, the fact that Bird of Paradise cost 2 cents online at some point in the last couple of months is just really awkward for me. I remember a long while ago paying what I think was £30 for a set of 4 of them. And these were the original art ones, not these 9th edition nonsense that we're currently both using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to keep up my mana, so I'm going to actually take 6. Yeah, so Cyborg's deck is just basically play big things. They sacrifice themselves at the end of the turn, but he gets a lot of damage on the board. Also, if I play any significant creatures, you can play them, cause a fight to happen, get rid of my creatures that way. I played a Commander deck, which is basically a Hydra Legend. Oh, I've got 2 Atakas. That's a little awkward. I suppose it means I can play around things. So, Eureka! So starting with me, I can start putting the things into play. So we will play Llanowar Visionary, because it will draw us a card and might get us something better. Paradise Druid, because why wouldn't we want additional things? Attack of World Render. And Sandstorm Compass. I know Slimeboy does have Wilts in his deck, so he can get rid of this somehow. But basically, the Sandstorm basically means he can't attack me with... creatures with flying can't attack you or planeswalkers I control. So, the only thing he can attack me with are ground creatures, and also I make a 5/5 worm at the end of each turn. Mind you, all this stuff's ground anyway, so I don't think it actually does a lot to him. No, it doesn't. It's the other thing I was thinking of. Anyway, it doesn't give any of my stuff haste, but gives me a bunch of board presence. And I can technically attack with a target of a 12 if it survives the turn. You get to play lands off Eureka. This is the point. I could have played a land off Eureka. Anyway, in turn, get a 5/5. So this is probably going to be better than just playing a big creature here, because it gives him 2 threats he has to worry about, and the 5 can block most of the things he's attacking with. If not well enough to take no damage, well enough to take only some. Hello, new person. I'm sorry, I literally got caught in a game with my brother who is in the States. I rarely get to play games with him. So I was hoping to get this finished by the time this went on. This is Penny Dreadful, and both of us are playing weird decks at this point. Oh, he's going to tap everything down. Perfect. I have nothing I can do in response to this, so he's going to get in for 5. Yeah, Mahjong will happen the moment we get out of... Well, if I lose this, it'll just happen. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to play Mahjong, we are going to be playing that imminently. This is a Mahjong stream, but I do occasionally play Magic the Gathering. What else has he got? He's going to fight my Ataka, I imagine. Deals combat damage equals to the power to target creature you don't control. Excess damage. Okay. It's literally him doing damage to me, not fighting, which is a shame, because if it was fighting, I'd get that back. Alright, so I dropped to 9. It might want to keep it on defense, but I don't know that's a great idea, because I'm going to get a worm every turn. Alright, so keep going on defense. He has enough mana to actually cast the Echo, but... he might try to do other things. In the meantime, we can cast an Ataka. since we have 2 of them. Alright, combat. Since he's going to tap down my stuff anyway, I might as well go Alpha Strike here. If he can sneak around and do 16 damage, if he do 14 damage to me, then well done. But I want to put some pressure on his life total. Yeah, especially as I do get a 5-5 end of turn anyway. He may not be able to deal with that. Mono green not known for its wrath, although it does have flyer attack, I suppose. But I imagine we're going to game 3 here. We'll see, he's got 3 cards in hand, he could have something. But I have enough blockers to deal with any 6 power tramplers, so... Groundbreaker's probably... Yeah, there we go. So that wasn't too unexpected. So I think we run it back. We've got cards that don't necessarily stop him, but cards that are good enough that they will just effectively do that. So play it back. Alright, game 3, the decider. This is tons of ramp, but no... The downside is the Hellkite Overlord is really awkward for me to play. Did Team Mulligan? No, he didn't. See, there's an argument I should mulligan this and get to Eureka, but I think this hand's good enough that I'm going to keep it. I've got an extra draw because I'm on the draw. I can scry away card 9. I need to dig to the 1 in 15. If I had fact or fiction, then I'd be more happy with this hand, in all honesty. Alright. I'm neglecting the turn 1 birds, but I don't have a Eureka, so there's no point in accelerating that. And if I do draw a Eureka next turn, I can still accelerate into a turn 3, 4 mana turn. Temple of Mystery we're going to put to the bottom because it's not a Eureka. This is the downside with all-in combo decks. They are very much all-in. I do have to find the pieces. But we've gone 9 deep. This is Triumph, so he finds a couple of lands, puts them into his hand. So he's got his acceleration sorted this turn. Alright, going to play that. Rather than play the double, we're going to play the Paradise Druid because they can't be targeted by other things. No worries, I haven't checked the lobbies in a moment, but we'll see how that goes. So we can't fight this if he somehow was to get creature and fight spell. Or he could potentially fight the bird. We're still hoping for that turn 4 Eureka because then we can play Stormtide and Hellkite Overlord, and I think that does it. I think it'd be very hard pressed for him to beat this unless he has a way to kill an 8/8. Well, that's fact or fiction. That is what we want. I'm going to fire it off at the end step, though. And basically keep whichever pile happens to have a Eureka in it. So we've gone 11 deep. This will put us 16 deep, and in theory we should have hit one of our Eurekas at that point. Alright, that will tap, so he does have the ability to fight it now, but he's just going to hit us for 5. Okay, Timmermare comes through, does the thing. Oh, I didn't... I thought I'd pause man step, but I've just passed all the way through that because I'm an idiot. Yep, I'm an idiot. Alright, fine. Bivouac. Bird. So what we're basically doing now is casting enough mana that we can do both. Because that was silly. Yep, he's just commented that lol, okay. Yeah, just explaining Slime Boy, I meant to cast a spell end of turn, that's why I didn't play all my mana dorks out. But I have 8 mana now, and 3 of it's any color I want, so I can actually play just hardcast Hellkite Overlord next turn. So maybe we don't need Eureka. Maybe this is the way to play it. Just have the turn 6 Hellkite Overlord. 8/8, able to regenerate, able to pump itself, and then Stormtide Leviathan to lock the game out after that. Should be good enough. But what has he got on his turn? Second main? He's got nothing. Don't trust that. Red, red, black. Hellkite Overlord. Flying Trample Haste 8/8. I mean, I understand why this is costed at 2 cents, because it's a big, dumb creature. But we love big, dumb creatures. It is also very much the red, black, and green dragon. So, you know, it's a Daisungan all by itself. So, we have Lethal on board. He can counterattack for 6. Oh, he's got a fight spell as well! Ah! Well, that is just rude, sir. Now he's going to smack me for 9 as well. Alright, if he's not a tapper, he actually wins off this. Yeah, I may be doing big, dumb, broken stuff, but Slime Boy is still doing reasonable things for Penny Dreadful levels of Magic. Okay, so I'm on 5. I need to do 10. I think Stormtide Leviathan, unless he has another way to kill it, and it would require him to do basically that turn again. I think this might do it. So all lands are islands, and creatures without flying or island walk can't attack. In fact, if I were to put the Sandstorm next turn, I don't think he can attack with anything. Downside is I can't attack either, but I've still got an 8/8, so I kill him in 2 turns with this, unless he can do something about that. Yes, I'm not sure Slimeboy can do a lot. He just mentioned I really need to stop playing cards that stop him from attacking. Which, you know, I play Commander. We're all about the pillow forcing. He actually has a way to deal with this, though. What's in future? Oh, okay, so he's basically setting up to kill this next turn. Actually, what was that doing? So target card from the graveyard to your hand. Another target card. Did he choose land? I don't think he chose. I think he chose forests. I thought he was setting up the giant growth attack spell again. Yeah, no worries. I think Slime Boy is just admitted defeat. I can't actually beat him next turn. I can only attack him with the 8/8, but Groundbreaker for the whatever he's doing, plus sacrificing it. Yeah, he reckons if he had one more mana, he had me, but which he might well have done. He definitely showed that he could combo a couple of cards together to get rid of an 8/8. He ran through with Trample. Now, I can't attack at the moment, so we're just going to cast Stormtide Leviathan. We're just going to go with Stormtide, give him one more turn to try things. Actually, just give me the GGs, so... Yeah, I can't... Oh dear. Having trouble to match names from Mahjong Soul replays to a player list. But can he do 5? Oh, okay. No, he's apparently found a top. You gave me the GGs. Unfair. You gave me the GGs. Oh well, GG. GG then. Double giant growth. And then presumably the fight spell he picked back up. Yeah, there we go. And he tramples through as well. So we basically trample through that. I get a -6, and Slime Boy picks up the win. So, mono green. I call it mono green tempo, though. That's not really what it is. Mono green thing versus Eureka combo. And victory to Slime Boy. Well, I'm going to quickly just go on to the not silent screen while I adjust things back around and actually turn the lights on because it is a bit dark in here. Bear with. Right, shut that down, shut that down. Right. Where is the Mahjong Soul? And also, I need to just adjust the tournament settings here because I need to turn off the auto-matching. Well, I don't need to, but if we decide we want to swap tables around, it's easy when you do that now than worry about that later. Oh, we have random board games going on at the moment. Okay. Tournament lobby. Hold it only. Alright, let's join and get some Mahjong going. So, we had a great game we had a great stream last time until we went into the third game and I decided to play like a drunken moron. But, hi there. So, the plan here is to not play like a drunken moron. Easier said than done. Alright, so we have Kama, Kyrol, Demo, and myself. Let's get going. Random seatage and begin. Yeah, just saying about to James while I do the thing, because he has now got to go and deal with his son, who is awake. Alright. And pausing, indeed. Good luck all. Let's actually get a game going. I hear Mahjong! You in fact hear Mahjong, and hopefully you can see Mahjong. So, we have a reasonable start, but stuff and things need to happen here. Kyril on our left, Demo on our right. Both are good players. I think Kyril's up to expert 1 now, isn't he? Let's see on that. Is it worth hard forcing the thing? We're going to close weight anyway. I'm debating the hard force here, but we have just given up the ability to call a couple of these, so maybe it's not correct to be going for a Honitsu hand with this shape, but we'll see. Anyway, Kyril, yep, Kyril's up to Master 1. Hasn't played any games, if that was right, or he's just managed to get himself right back on that level. Alright, so we are up against a rapid Kyril here, who is looking like he's going for a Honitsu. And that's going to make passing... Actually, the east should be fine now. 1 east gone, 1 west went earlier. He's already got his Yakuhai, so probably doesn't need another one, but... Play at the east while it's safe. Yeah, let's go for a bit aggressive here. Getting rid of the 2-3 is going to be awkward, but the 2-3 he already had in his hand, he's got rid of a 1, so it's unlikely he wants another set of those. We might find out later, but who knows. Oh well, we get rid of the free so now. Who knows? Alright, so I'm basically out. You might want that, depending on things. You could cut a 6 later, but I guess we can't do much against the triple call here. So we cut that 1 from a 1-2-4, remaining with 2-3 already in his hand, so... Possibly greedy, but hey. Waiting on the 3-6. So basically Honitsu here, which is fine. We're not the dealer, so we can take a 5,000 gap at this point. So Kyril takes 5,000 lead going into his dealer turn. We start with... okay, a hand. See if we can pair up one of these reasonably early. By which I mean get rid of them immediately. Hey, we paired one of them up. Okay. So looking to get rid of the Forso, Green Dragon, 1 man, probably in that order unless we see any danger signs. Nice. I know I said in that order and in the complete opposite order, but you know. A 2 is still useful for this hand, and we still get rid of 3. 5 doesn't do a lot other than give us the possible extension. Drawing number 1 is the worst case scenario because that would have actually been useful had I done the other thing. But we're in a position where we can call anything, which is sometimes nice. Okay, Forso. There's not a lot of value with this, but having the set of Easts means we can afford to be aggressive. Drawing a 5 would be awesome here. Drawing a 2 would be a little awkward since we discard the 1, but most likely it's going to be a 2-5 anyway. 6 doesn't do a lot for us. Let's throw the green. Last turn, that's going to give somebody some help. But we get some help out of that as well. So Ishan 10. Possibly in a duel with Kyril here. Admittedly, our duel isn't for much. I could have calmed that, but it wouldn't have helped us. And since Kyril already has 2 calls, he's likely there or thereabouts. We got more chance of helping the other table. Or the rest of the table, I should say. So 6 remaining winners. And Kyril played 2 8s. House CG's been out and gone with no issues. Yeah, we got all calling off here because we don't want to give any information if we can avoid it. So by turning calling off, that meant there was no chance of swinging on that. Okay, so he picks up the win. It's not a major hassle for us, but we had Tenpai, could have sniped that if it came to it. And that's as good as we could have realistically been in that position. So, take second on merit, even though we were second anyway on priority. 1 Dora and 2 Dora. Starting south, we'll keep both of those bonus tiles for the moment. Probably cut south now. Yeah, this hand's not as good as my last one. More valuable, certainly, but not as good. Yeah, I guess get rid of the T dot here. Little unfortunate, but it was still correct to get rid of the 1 at that point. Only thing we could have got rid of after that would have been either green or east, I guess, and we didn't do that on the first turn. Okay, pair those up. Throw another dragon. So Harold has already played the Dora, so we got that Dora safety for the healer if we need it later. Which might help us push for a 1-suit hand here. We know the south is safe, we're going to play the east. Okay. That was expected, because it had been 4 or 5 turns, but we got a safe tile for later. Interesting. Let me get rid of 2 here. We can still draw a 5 and have a useful 2-sided shape here, or we could potentially draw something on that. We want to obviously keep the 5 in. Pair of 8s. Now we go to 7. So we've got options here of possibly going for a called Toy Toy. Or we have 3 away. We're 3 away from a 7 pairs completion. Neither great options in terms of how this is going to go, but one puts more pressure on the dealer than the other, so let's go for it. So the key of that's a call with a Dora discard. A bit of a bluff this early on, I've got to be honest, and I shouldn't really be doing these with my level of luck at the moment, but middle 4 is not a good thing to be discarding with Demo next to me, having not played any dot tiles. Still, that was our only chance to do it. Five is safe to everybody who isn't Chiral, so I think I'm playing that next. So Tanya Toto would be 52. Okay, east only. Means we're in a position where we're going to have some problems. Play the 8s here. 5 would have been safe, but we didn't have the call anyway, so we'll work around it. Didn't necessarily want to do that, but of course, we were given the safe tile. Alright. Tenpai, waiting on the free man. Well, the first hand weight's better than the non-first hand weight right now. Riichi Sumo and a Manga. So that puts the third. Alright, what are we looking at here? We are looking at not a lot, say self. Whew. So I hope we draw to power up one of our honor tiles. If not, then we're going to have to do some other shenanigans. Possible Sand Cube being built up here. Though again, Sand Cube's not more a bonus than anything else. Could potentially make this Jun-chan. Depends how things develop from here, I guess. We'll need to draw 7, 7, 8. So 3 tiles away, I wouldn't consider it particularly viable. Discard 2 red dragons. Alright, light green on turn 6. Passes, but now the white dragon's a problem. No, white dragon's fine. So in fairness, me and Dem are both playing that dragon for the same reason. It's kind of a last turn, we can realistically get away with it. And it... Wakara could have gone for it if he had a double Yakai, and that might explain his fast start. I imagine he'd do a fast start on 1 anyway if he could get it. Being north and trying to rush his dealer turn back. So really, we haven't developed in the last 3 or 4 turns. Which is a problem. And we just aren't drawing anything useful. That being said, our pool of useful tiles is extremely limited at the moment. So Karma calls Wests. Guess we got 9 so for safety, we got 1 so for safety. Actually, all of our external tiles are safe. So it's probably a tan pin, which is reasonably easy to dodge. And I suppose continues on this silly plan that's currently potentially a thing. Reason they actually is a false Yaku for many, many reasons. It's fine. So that was a dealer loss for us, but it wasn't a particularly high value thing. And we didn't have a lot of options with that anyway. We have started with a triplet in North. This actually could potentially be a thing. Well, let's see how this goes. Hello, Mono. You missed Slime Boy beating me at Magic the Gathering. Okay, I think that answers the question about we're not going with Honitsu with this. We are hopefully going to get something else out of this, though. 14k behind the lead, 6,000 behind second. I mean, yet to do anything really in this game. Hey, Lily. Yeah, let's play that out. No, absolutely. Let's just have a quick check on how things are at the moment. We have Mono currently queued up for the next game, but he is on his own, so it might be a while before one of the other two games ends up. Feel free to join as and when you wish to. No, I had to see that went away. So the absolute high value play for this is to go 8-so, 2-pin, 2-man, 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 and then just pull off Suanko. That being said, we already have 2 with this. I'm not going to pawn that. Or wait. Draw the middle bit there, we can then have a 2-sided wait. For reach north, draw a... and that's it. That being said... That being said... No point in calming this, because... no one wants to play with him. Well, it's more the fact that we got more people in other games, but you know. That's a shame, because that now means this 4-6 is basically useless. Sunanko on the last 5 does not seem good. Therefore, we're going to go for a better value weight here, which might be Toy Toy Sunanko. I don't think we're going to... if we draw the last Suanko, then absolutely we'll go with that, but... Ishanten Suanko. Against 2 quick calls, though. This is a problem. So that's the last 8 gone, so we might as well get rid of that. That is unfortunate, because if we'd have done this properly, we'd have had it. We'd have had a hand anyway. No, white's live. So we can go over 6, play the 4 if that comes off. This Toy Toy, Sunanko, and Thing. So the White Dragons, I imagine, are in someone's hand. Whether they're safe or not is another question. But we got the 9, that's probably going to be our play. Both of them are going for Tanya. So if we draw this 6, though, because that would be the ideal. Didn't... oh, god darn it. Ah! Alright. Well, I don't think Suanko's happening, because I don't think we've got enough draws for it, but... we could have had the tempo. Oh, apparently not. Bonus tile... nothing, I guess. Gives us another draw, I guess. So does that. If this madly turns up now... didn't. No. Okay, this is not a great starting hand. We've got a pair of East in the south round, so no bonus tiles to speak of. That, though, was a good draw. So, development, at least. So we're hoping for fast but not valuable at the moment, and definitely not Suanko. As much as Mono would approve of the meme attempt there, really that was the only hand we could have gone for, and I was more than happy to take the Sun Unko Toy that we kind of had. East does nothing, but it's 2 safe tiles for later. And actually, it might be 2 safe tiles for right now, thinking about this. We can actually get rid of these and try and go for the 7 pairs angle. We're quite early for it. Alright, we'll go for it early. We're Ishanten, so this is the fastest way to get anywhere. Reach, 7 pairs, Sumo, 2 Urdura for Hanneman. Get rid of the mill tiles now because it's more likely for winning tiles to come out from other people towards the end of the number of weights. Mind you, we are always relying on the draw, and hopefully 3 of them. Well then. Well then. Draw another one of those, we're going for Suanko again. Not that time. We can't have Cairo levels of luck. He has pulled off a 7 pairs Ishanten into Suanko in 3 draws before. It was special. I guess is the other concern. Do we just actually go for a normal hand with this? We've used up all our thinking time by now, so let's just see. That might cost us a little later. We have 2 safe tiles again, so we lose nothing by trying this, I think. Other than the Suanko, the 7 pairs Tenpai we had there. No way to know that at that point, though. And logically getting rid of the external tiles does make sense. Mind you, Kizuna Tozu coming out. Either somebody's got a triplet of 2s, or that's looking extremely good for a wait later. Actually, I don't know why I played that. There's only one of those left, the 1 pin, so yeah, it's fine. We've also played West. So we've let enough go past that we can't go for Toy anymore, so we are locked into the 7 pairs attempt. Eight pin's fine. So now if we can draw that 8 pin over 2, so and actually, since we know we're locked into 7 pairs on nothing, we're going to actually discard that. Normally the pattern is to keep the triplets to potentially give you the upgrade of Sunanko, Toy, and Suanko. But since we now know that we are going for 7 pairs regardless, because we've discarded 2 of the remaining pairs have both gone, so we kind of have to now go for 7 pairs, so we might as well increase our odds at that. So 8, 9, 2. And again, we might as well keep the Dora. Under the guise of playing safe. All those are available. Yeah, we'll play a couple of these, see if we can't do anything about that. More's the pity, but I'd rather play safety. It happens. I mean, honestly, you can't expect to get that. There was no realistic way I could do anything. What I could have done, probably should have done, was switch to Toy Toy as a possible option, but you know, sometimes the tiles are not with you. Certainly look like it at the moment. Also, I'm going to get rid of these because these are going to bother me if I don't keep the pop-ups going away. Okay, so West Dora has passed. I might want to keep that for one more go around. Okay. It's looking interesting. Ideally pair the West because we got a bit of a gap to make up here. Yes, indeed. It's the spleen of the tiles you must pray to in this game. I don't know if we even want the 1, but I suppose it's better than everything else we've got going on. Alright, we'll cast the West now. It's a bit of a long shot to wait on a pair of those. And we could potentially go other routes with this. We've still got a 6, 7, 8 Sand Q as a potential upside of this hand. 9 doesn't help us in either case. I need to draw something to develop these lines a little bit more. Otherwise, we're going to have to start cutting. So ideally, draw 7, cut that, draw 3, cut that, and reach. And there being a 1-4 weight or something. Actually, 1-4 weight would be ideal, I think. Even though we would only have 6 overall winner, 5 overall winners now. That, though, will do. Alright, we'll cut the closed weight. So, Sanchku Dream has gone away, but that's a long shot anyway. So, 2 to go. Draw a 5 dot, cut 2 or 6, draw something else connected, and we are away. Not the most valuable hand in the world, but certainly something I'll take at this stage of the game. Thing for us to watch out for, I suppose, the last turn is going to be demos, and he will have... He's close enough that he could try and make a comeback. Unfortunate. Alright, 1's been given a bit of a safety lease, so is the 2. Good, because there's still a chance we'll get rid of that 2-man, depending on how this develops. But I'm waiting on more than 3 tiles, so my odds are slightly better than the 7 pairs I was trying to go for. Also, it appears as if we have the other game has ended, so we're just going to wait for a 4th, and then I will start that one off. Or I could wait for this and do some shuffling. Oh, that's a little awkward. So it looks as if we get this, we have to draw the 5, have the Ipeiko, Pinfu, draw a 1. Plus Riichi's Mangan, so that would be enough. Within reason, but now we need that 5 dot. I mean, we'll take it, reaching on the 5 dot with Reach, Ipeiko, Dora 1, but... We don't have a lot of time left for things. Okay, so Ipeiko with a couple of options now. A couple of options for pin 2 anyway. No worries. Thanks for joining us. So 4, 7, 6, 9, and anything 2 to 7 pretty much gets us there. 8 is not getting us there, although that does lead us to the very amusing attempt at going for a Ryan Peiko. But I don't think that's necessarily a good plan, so we're not going to go for it. Might call for Tenpai in a moment, though. Depending on if we get a shot. Last white. Nope, can't call on that and take 10 pies, unfortunately. Nope. Didn't even hit 10 pie. Which is just depressing, really. I think we're currently at a 0 10 pie percentage. Oh boy. Alright, well this is a restart. Okay, so we have Teodora. Can we get that second green though? We got something connected to the Dora, so that's at least... Yeah, that's a good second prize. So I guess then it's just a case of developing. Alright, not the worst. We've got a couple of developing sequences here. We do have 4, but obviously, as I said, I'm going to wait for this and do the shuffling. We'll see. Again, it's the spleen of the tiles we care about. We don't care about the heart. Oh, I'd love to call this, but we're not going to. Alright, Dora free. So we have our 9 as pair. I would love to have called that, but we'd have to get rid of our 9s and we'd lose our pair doing that. So... Well, we have a pair. So maybe we do go aggressive from here. Because we could potentially go Tanya attack Dora free. Take a Mangan. That, though, was a good draw. Cut that. So I guess we're on a 2-5 here. We still need to do something around this. So still 2 away, whichever way we're going around this. The only outside with the current setup is I've got a rough feeling. Alright, we're going to cut the 9s. The rough feeling is I might have to cut the door to get this to be a completed hand at the moment. But that's a way down the road. Alright, Karma with the attack. He's got his Yaku sorted out. He's drawn. Okay, so we're there. We just need to cut one side of this. Possibly good. Possibly good is all we need. Again, as you might have noticed by Cairo being in the chat, people are allowed to be in the chat when they're in games with me, so be aware if you're going to reveal any specifics about the hand, I will be slightly annoyed. I do mean specifics, though. In general, you can say what you like. You can even pretend I've got something else if you want. Oh, live white. Versus live 6. We're going to have to go to 6 anyway. Let's go. White, thankfully, is just immediately passed out of Karma, so that's at least something. Eight's a safe tile. Let's see. One's also a safe tile. We're almost there. Come on, give me some magic. 255. Give me some magic. Come on. Pursue reach, door 4. $255. Riichi Patsusumo. And door 4. Door 5, actually. Bye, man. That's 2 now. Oh, he's good enough. He'll make that up. Alright, North's to start. And I know momentum is not really a thing, but I look at this hand and, yeah, it is. Shouldn't have let us win. You could have played. Could have played silly, might have worked. Yep. It goes. Yeah, it will. There we go. Open Khan. Yeah, so this is set up so if we don't get South for it, we'll end when Nemo goes to 0 points. Or below 0 points, I should say. Well, if he's going to Khan, we're going to take advantage of that. You should have a hat for good measure. I do have a hat somewhere. Actually, that helps. See? Live white against Riichi. Giving you Ura helps, absolutely. Also, again, momentum is not a thing, but this hand is just miles better than anything I got in the East rounds. Yeah, Kyra stole all my high pies. Yeah, I haven't been able to update that in some time, but it is still a thing. I just have gotten very lazy with upkeep. So unfortunately, I've had a lot going on this week. I'm gonna go aggressive here. Cut the door on turn 3. I don't like going for a White Dragon only, but we got a chance of knocking out Demo for the win, so we were going to take that if we get a chance. It sounds a little mean, but ultimately this is the best way to secure myself as victor. I've been known to do that. No, it's fine. I've just got to tally up from the last couple of... Basically all of August I need to add onto a board. And then probably make a nice little graph to show how I've gone down and everybody else has got. Nice, okay. Ishan turn. So if we can get this White Dragon, then we're in business. Otherwise we're just hoping that White Dragon comes out of demo. Okay, so if White Dragon ever comes out of demo, we win, which is why we're not declaring Reach and Win. I mean, that wasn't the plan, but it's 2,900 and it helps Kyril out. So the overall plan was is still to get points off demo, which is why I would have preferred to sumo. Second White Dragon win off Karma. Absolutely right. All according to plan. Well, the plan of having 2 Bymans go when you're dealer. That sounded like a good plan. In truth, though, this hand doesn't look as if it's going to be able to knock anybody out. But I've got enough of a gap that I'm not too fussed about things at this stage. Take a new plan on that. Okay, we'll play North. We got 30,000 gap to... Oh, okay. GG then. Reach passive in 3, red 5, and Ura. So, Mungan. Absolute little plan. Okay, so that is... Yeah, Kama was miles away after East round. That kind of went very bad. Alright, no worries, Debbie. Thanks for joining us. Right, we have 10 prepared for match. I obviously want to shuffle up the table, but we'll see who wants to face who. So much nonsense. There was definitely some nonsense. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, and then we'll probably do odds versus evens, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Unless anyone has any preferences. Also, I cannot be the 4th ranking person at the moment with the last 5 games. That's showing progression. I need to lose a game. Need to stretch a bit. Fair enough. Alright, so we currently have 7. We have 4 people who've been waiting for quite a while, though, so Mono's definitely in. And Cairo. Okay. So, Mono, Prospero, Demo, and Lizzie versus myself, Cairo, Link, and Solar, I think is the way I'm going to do this. Alright, let me know when you're ready. Because unfortunately I'm playing another game with Cairo, which is clearly not optimal for me. 16k would have been enough. Please no more Buyman Sumos while I'm dealer. I promised nothing. Alright, let's just grab a drink and let's see how this goes. Absolutely. I mean, I've beaten you the last 3 times we've played, right? Or was it the last 6? And I'm fairly certain it is that way around and not the other way. It's fine. I called it odds versus evens before I even looked at who I was playing. I thought I was actually going to play against you with that one. Okay, so 1 set and Adora. And South, immediate call by Chiral. Yep, paused. That's unfortunate, but 9-9. Hatsu. Alright, so double Dora means this hand is pretty good. Downstairs I have to get rid of 1 pair to do it, but having a pair of 7s and a pair of 8s connected. Yeah, we're not far off. 1, drop that, 2nd, drop that, and we have it. Reach and 2 Dora. Yep, no worries, Lily. Maybe I should have gone for 7 pairs. Admittedly, it probably wouldn't have been the best setup with this, and it looks as if we can definitely go for a more pin to be had. If I draw a 6 or a 9, then we actually have options that way as well. All the 4 pins are going. There's 1 pins we could potentially draw for this, though. I'm just getting to the point where I would like one of my pairs to be proven safe now. Especially against that. So, probably a Tanyo attack. I see. That's a risk against Kyril, I admit. But I know where Vadora are. I've got 3 of them, he's got 1. This is Zadora's 4-hand. With potential Sanchiku as an upside, which I wasn't even considering, but if I draw a 1 pin, this is a Sanchiku Riichi. Come on, 1 pin, 1 so, there's only 1 of those left. Nope, there's none of those left, so it's got to be a 4. 4 so, 1 pin, 1 4. My dragon is safe, though. I have 4 of them, so Kyril's not getting any more Dora. So we might call for Tenpai here just to get it, but given all the 1 sides are gone, we can't go any further with it. Yep, no worries. Okay. Match restored. Yeah, so unfortunately we've got to play this for a Tenpai rather than for anything else. That's it. If we got anything the last thing, we'd go for it, but somebody playing a 3 or a 7 so would be really awkward right now. Would be amazing for us. That means we're not going to get a 4 out of you. Three or a 7 so though. Take a Tenpai. We can only win on a high T at the end, but you know, that gives us Tenpai. Oh, I double robbed with that. That was unfortunate. Nah. Had 4-4, had to get. It was correct. I could only win on a high T, admittedly, but I still feel that was correct. Yes, Mono, we're back. Sorry. Unfortunately, if somebody tells me I had to let people seem to be on, I have to restart it. I'm not in the game to judge anything further than that. Also, we have a possible Itsu on. Possible Itsu on the stream! We haven't said that in a while about things. Come on, 3 dot, 4 dots. Reach Itsu Dora 1. Let's go. Our first possible Itsu in a while. Let's see if it's gonna happen. It won't, but you never know. Come on. Sumo Itsu Dora 1. I mean, 6-0 is a strong play against this hand, I've got to be honest. But this is the best response I can give to doing a double ROM. Just immediate, possibly Tsudora. Alright. Darn it, they're playing dots around me, but they're not getting that free dot I need. Which makes sense, of course. Frees don't typically get played against these. I think the only reason the free so is coming out is because I've played a 2-so immediately. It'd be a strong move to play a free pin against this. But there's still 4 of them I can draw, in theory. We'll wait for a long time with this. Come on, free pin. Nope. Something might weird for that. Hey, I put something out in the vein. That might make 6 and comparatively free safer, right? Probably won't. No worries, just let us know when you're back in. Restore. I was out earlier, now I'm double out. Hooray! So Kairo's drawn a Dora, I think is the answer with that one. Oh, there's a 6. Somebody wants to risk a free against that, I'd be very happy. I've got 2 draws left unless somebody plays it first. Well, I've played a 6 now. Alright, last draw. Freeze pin. Come on. Free pin for the Itsu. The possible Itsu is not on. Nope, possible Itsu on the free though. So I didn't pick up a Mangan, but I did at least undo half of the damage I did earlier, so... No, my old green Yakabin. It wasn't on, sir. Just gonna say that now. It wasn't on. I'm giving somebody a dragon turn 1. And it was Cairo. Well, we picked up 2 Dora at the start. This is otherwise a reasonably good hand. Just not doing a lot for us in terms of value. We're not that far behind. The good news about picking up that, even though we only got the draws, win was we gained 4,000 points on everybody. People are being a bit more aggressive here, but we've completed 2 runs. And we're actually Shanten here. If we can draw the 6-man, we are there. One's already been played, but you never know. Reach 2 draws and a 9 free. Probably don't want to reach this on a single weight, but maybe I do. Alright, reach on this 9 free. So reach 2 door 2. 9-man, free man. It's unlikely they're both going to be used up in one person's hand, but we'll see how this goes. Good news is we've played all darts, so our Sozu look just as risky as the Manzu, so no less information for people. And you know, if you're going to play a random Manzu, the 9's got to be safer than anything else you play. Unless you're worried about a Chanter or an outside hand from Link, I guess. Outside Manzu, middle Sozu. But all the 4s and 7s have gone, so that should suggest that I don't want a mid Sozu wait anyway, so. Because that's what's been provably safe throughout the rest of this game at this point. So if I want any Sozu, it's at the very low end around Medora, which again makes sense for a safety zone. Okay, ignore that and just play the 3 anyway. So they're probably reading into the Manzu then at this stage, or they're just, you know, playing out their game. One 4 might be narrowing it down to being a 3-6 weight. We'll see. You don't want 3 or 6s on 9s. And it's going to be dodgy to draw any kind of Sozu at this point, but we'll see. You see him, or has he genuinely got a problem? I might have felt 4-pin was a problem against me. Who knows? We'll see. We can't do anything at this point. We're on autopilot in any case, so it's whether or not he wants to play the 9 and whether we can draw it if we doesn't. He of course doesn't have to be on a Hanitsu. He can be on South Dora 1. But Chiron Solo look out, so it seems to be just a drawing game between me and Link at the moment. One's definitely safe against me, so... Alright, so that does narrow it down. If I'm at the low end, it's got to be 3. And I've given a few more safe tiles away. But it's Riichi Dora, so this is a fine enough hand anyway. If I see how it's effective Mungan. Especially with the points already on the board. So I have one last draw to go for it. Let's see. Alright, there's whether they want to discard a 9 for the last. 9 or 3 are both alive. I don't think they're going to play them, so we'll just take the draw state. But Riichi Dora 2. So getting back to equilibrium almost. It was. Vein. I really mean Octave rather than Vein, but you know. Alright, well again, we've got a reasonably good hand that's looking for just going for a quick Pinfu here, which is fine. Dealer Pinfu. Remember we did a double deal, and at this point, I'm absolutely given to have the preemptive dealer turn and be basically this close to the lead. Not there yet, of course, but I don't know. We draw a 2, we have Pinfu already. Draw a 4, we can potentially upgrade this to Sanchiku. Yeah, 4 would be a great draw right now. Just opens up the hand so much if we get that. Even a 5 would be awesome. 4 or 5, sir, come on. 9 dot does nothing. One East was played a couple of turns ago, so that should be fine. Sure. Interesting. So we have Tanyo attack available. And we'll take that. So this is Tanyo Dora 1 to become dealer. I actually probably take the lead the way this is set up. I just died cold and cake 6, there was something near it. Symbols 5, 2000. Plus the reach sticks, plus everything else, we take the lead. Not a bad recovery. And getting the silly 3 Tenpais. Calling for Tenpai isn't aggressive, it's sensible. Calling for a... This again looks good. Obviously, we're kind of tied into the east. If we get the east, then this hand is away. If we don't, however, this still looks okay. Just depends on whether we can draw anything connecting these up. But yeah, an east comes out, we're taking it. Last couple of turns for it to just come out naturally, I guess. And it could still always be in the wall. I'd love to have taken that, but not today. Still, there was a long pause before the 8, so we'll have to consider what's around that. Nice. Alright, Ishanten. And now we can call. So 9 pin, 4 so, 5, 8 man. Anything else we can call? No, not really. Yeah, it's got the 9s now. So I guess the downside is we now can't call this if it comes from anybody else, but it gives us more things we can call on this side. And more things we can draw into, actually, so that... Cairo takes the big dumber win. Symbols draw a 5, but we didn't take the hit, so I'm not going to complain too much on that. Ishanten with double ton. I mean, it would have given us over the 500k threshold. Yeah, it's fine. We're out of our dealer turn, and Cairo didn't sumo that, so, you know. Could have been worse for us. Yeah, and as Cairo says, no reason to advertise if he's got the manga. Especially if there's a reasonable chance that he can get somebody to deal into it. He had played it for the 2-3, so that suggested he had something. Not this, he was either one away or there. And it is worth noting, people will occasionally be sneaky. I've been known to do it myself. I'm going to play South out now because that's worth a double for Cairo, and he's our current top rival. Whereas if he calls the others, it'd just be a single. Would devalue his hand a little bit, but I want to potentially keep these for myself. So we're 2,000 away from third, which is a concern. But we're, on the plus side, we are only 5,000 behind, with a dealer turn to come. It's the next hand we want to really win. 9 does nothing for us. Oh, good dodge. Alright, another 9 pin. This hand is awkward. I'm just saying that now. I mean, in fairness, these bits aren't awkward. That bit isn't awkward. But this is. And potentially this is. Alright, let's throw green. It's our last chance to do anything with it. Red's reasonably safe because one went a couple of turns ago. We can play another one now. I guess we're hoping to draw that free man. And see how this goes. 4 doesn't particularly help us out, but it's certainly more useful than a 9, even though it's technically the same number away. We keep drawing these tiles that are just not quite there. Alright, let's get rid of the 1-2. We're going to get rid of this close weight now and draw the 3, which at the very least will be more useful if we do it immediately now, but still. No, White Dragon. 4th White Dragon. Also, we're not going for Nageshi. Just FYI, we only have 1 anyway, and while I did have a half-hearted attempt earlier in the stream, even that wasn't really me going for it, there was more just working around things. Alright, so Cairo reaching into that. We have 1 direct safe tile against it. So I think we are actually out of this one. Yeah, fine. So all the 3s are gone. So that opens up 2 and 1 to be safe. We'll follow up with 5 just on the off chance that there is a reasonable hand he could try and build. We have Red Dragon as well, which is probably safe unless he went on a single weight for this, which would be unlikely. But South Reach from the leader, we don't want to give him more points. I think that is almost priority 1. Don't lose more points to Cairo than we have to. So we're going to be much happier for other people dealing into that than us. That being said, we have so many safe tiles against him now. we have that to worry about. Sumo? Nope, Red Dargan. No, that's our safety one. So we've only got 2 left, and we do have to worry about Link as well here. 5 is not a good tile for this. 7 bin, though, will pass. So we'll play it. And then we've got to consider things. Probably the 1 so here is our best bet. Well, I was denying a draw more than anything else for Chiral, just in case he had a chance of winning it, but it was his winning tile anyway. Mostly to deny you a draw. Harlequin, it's been a while. How are you doing, sir? Downside of that, and thus unfortunately the only person in a lost state, is we did fall to 3rd, but nice. Well, I hope it's working out for you. And yeah, that is a slight downside. I did have to give Chiral a favour for that move, but hey. Okay. So let's see if we can develop this into something that's actually going to get us out of South 1. I mean, it's more important to get out of Chiral's dealer turn next, but, you know, that also is a great draw. Possible Itsu is another thing that could happen out of this. Although we don't actually have a pair yet. We should probably get rid of South next. Yeah, let's get rid of South. Well, that is technically a pair, but it's not a useful pair at the moment. Unless we draw a 3rd one. If we draw a 3rd one, then we at least have 10 pound before forward up. If we draw 8 or 4, I guess we're going to go for... Okay, there we go. Pair established. So, Ishanten could be a possible Itsu. If we get an 8, then we at least have a 2-sided weight, 4-7. Draw a 4, then we're in a closed 8. Drawing 4 actually would put us into a 3-sided weight, so I'd have to debate whether it's worth it, but... Actually, no, it wouldn't be 4-sided, it'd be 3-sided. But it's Riichi, Itsu, Pintu, Dora is enough to overhaul the 8,000. One 8 has been played. Could have kept that for safety, actually, but it's fine. I'm reasonably certain the 1's fine. And in truth, right now, I'll take any Manzu. 4's just been played, so we know that's fine. It's unlikely to make a difference because we're going to have 1s in our hand, whichever way we do this. So, no point in trying to swap 1-4 to go for a Tanyo. Chiral is doing something. I don't know whether he's defending against somebody who's just had 3 unlucky draws. I wasn't paying attention whether he drew those, which is bad practice for me, I know. Ah, if that was an 8, could have gone for it. If he does play an 8, we're going to have to go for it. Drawing a 7 or 11 pin, drawing a 5 or a 7 or 11 Pinfu and possible Ipeco. Ipeco, and we now know the 5 will pass him, so if we draw that 8, I suppose we've got that as an option. I didn't agree with that option, but... But, hey. Okay, that... Not the worst. So Kyra gains an extra 2,000 points on us, plus extra 300. We've drawn east and the south round again. Nice to know we're still on form. Cap north. We're probably cutting west next since Kyra's already discarded one of ours. And south is the danger tile here because it is not only double, not only a double for Joker, it's also a Dora. We'll keep that. I mean, I probably should have got rid of the 1 a little earlier, but this still gives us a real 2, 4, 6 shape. So Sailor's calling. 900 down. Actually, he's about as far down as we are. He needs some help. We're not in a rush to necessarily go for Chiral this hand. We can afford to wait for something. Sorry, Karma. We have exactly 9 players, which is always an awkward position to be in. What'll probably happen is somebody will agree to drop out after this game, either to preserve luck or to go and do some observational things. I'll play white. We've got really no choice here. Yeah, okay, so we give the Solar a double call, which does at least advance us beyond Chiril's dealer turn, so he's not going to be getting too many more points out of this. For the minor inconvenience of giving the player in second more points. Oh, we're just not drawing anything this hand. Well, that's something. So technically we're 2 from Tenpai at this point. Ishanten. Hopefully drawing either the 3 or the 5, though that's not a lot of either left. Well, I think that's us out. Yeah, I think we play the East here. We don't have anything anymore. That is annoying. So against a double call here, and the fact that this is a double for Link, it is Dora as well. We can't advance with it, so we're just going to have to work around it. If we're going to do it, got to do it. I don't want to have that while he's dealer. Well, might have the 3 souths. Don't know yet. Oh wait, this is stuck in our hands. So whichever way we end up, we got to be in a pair weight for this. The most naturally way this occurs is if we draw the 3 and we go this way round. Yeah, can't take it. So the only way this progresses now is if we draw in a third 6, or if we draw... It's late game. It doesn't do anything there. I was tempted calling for Tenpai, but that's a very late attack for it, so we're going to pass. But if we draw that third 6, we're fine. It's a late 9, but I had to go with that. Alright, now we call a 6 if it was played, but we got lucky once. I don't think we're going to get lucky again. Are we? Yeah, we're not. Yeah, knew that was happening. Yep. Still gonna hit them all south though. Nice. Alright, so we're cutting the door on turn 2 with 2 calls. This is aggressive, but I want his hand dealt with, so we're gonna threaten. We could also genuinely get Shinichi out of this, actually. Not impossible. If I've played Tetsuya, I've definitely stolen tiles off the table. Wilder reappeared. No, god damn those things. Those are the worst. Alright, if we can draw it. I mean, I'd actually be reasonably happy to go in for the 8, so wait here. If the 2-5 turns up. Shouldn't let people get diamonds. Link is still playing Sozi tiles against me, though. Darn, that's what I needed to... I can't call anything. It's got to be 2-5, or it's got to be an 8. 2-5-8. Anything on that vein, please. No, this has got aggressive. I mean, I can't see Chiral attacking if he draws a T5-8. I just can't see it happening. Certainly not now. Yeah, I think the Shinitsu Dream has just died horribly. The fact that we were overcalled means it is definitely dead. We'd have probably gone for it at that point, but... Two 8s are gone. Tenpai. 7 safe on the left. We have 3 of those, so that's fine. We're going to go with that. So technically we're in a 5 so only weight, which, you know, we can Chankan potentially. That's it. Chankan, go on. No. Last draw. 5 so for Chinitsu Tenpai. Not quite. Gotta go for that though. Tenpai, Chinitsu. Killed Kyrol's dealer turn, which I suppose is the point, but could have done with that having a bit more. I don't know. Maybe we got there a little sooner. This is a ridiculous starting hand, so we're going to go for it. Turn 1 off wind. Go. Toy Toy is a thing. 3 away. If we can get the south very early, that'd be awesome. Nice. Okay, so that allows us to potentially incorporate this in. So then in the case of whether we can... Which way we go with this? If we get south, we can go for it. If not, we're going to have to find some other way to do this. But a south reliance weight is not the best one here. We could potentially always go get rid of these 5s. Let's lost east first. If we draw a 4, we can do something useful with that, I guess. Potentially incorporate both. 4s have all gone. But double south and Dora, so Ishanten. The Honitsu might be overkill, but if we can get an 8 or a 6, then I'm more than happy to take the irregular weight here. No worries. Interesting. Nate right before that. This is awkward. We're not going to go much further than this, are we? I have double call. If he wants it, he wants it. No. Kill the Abatsu off if nothing else. Alright. Reach Pekadora. That's a big deal in though. But hey, Carol didn't get... Well, Carol actually got masses away from us. Yeah, those things happen. That was an overreach, I guess. Yeah, not much you can really do with this hand. This hand is absolute garbage. Well, we'll see if it develops. At least it will be faster than everybody else's hands that are reasonable. Oh, there's also a second game ready to go. So, Karma, Rise, Prospero, Demo, Game 2. No, absolutely not with my hand like this. I have a dealer turn coming up. I don't need this. So that's a time against 2 initial calls, although missing leaving off was a bit of a question mark. But no, we were definitely not meaning this. The best way it can go is with using the pairs I've currently got. Yeah, not much we can do there. So that'd be a great patsy. Yeah, we don't have much else to do here. We might have to play our ones out. Hope Solar deals in, and that puts us into a battle for third, I guess. Say a live one, but obviously means Kairos on something. Or at least something he feels is worth the attack anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna play 5, 6, 7, and we'll see how this goes next time. Okay, Kara picking up a small win. So you'd have a few more points than that, but I guess this gives me a reasonable shot at just grabbing the second place out of this. Alright, so Mongan for second, and keep the game going for the win then. That is the only plan. We have hit Double Dora. We have hit a reasonably nice hand. Let's see how we go. Might have been it wasn't a good one anyway. Alright, so 2 away. Need something on that 5, 6, 7, and then probably reach on the 5 pin at the 5 man at the moment. But we need some oomph. Need some oomph. Alright, door 5. That might, yeah. I say that might accelerate someone's hands, but we've really got no choice. We need to start forcing this a little bit. Come on, 8-5. Red is not an 8-5. This is approaching desperation attack in a moment. Still have time, not quite there yet. Ten mod rolls, assuming the game goes on that long. Well, I would attack this anyway. Carol, of course, not going to give me help, but I lose nothing by attacking this. Alright, no worries, Mono. I'll have to finish last anyway with this one, so. Yeah, hand was garbage. No, Hanneman nowhere, so ultimately I'll set on the random Hanneman deal in at some point, but yeah. Alright, that's my win for today, and I'm probably going to call that a stream as well. A little early. If somebody wants to have another game, that's fine. I can set the game back up to being auto-run, but I am going to call it there, at least on my end. So, auto-matching is currently on. I will update the scoreboard for tonight. We'll see how it goes when it goes, but yeah, we'll see how far Mono's managed to climb his mountain and how far I've descended down it, in all honesty. But hey, all right, catch you all later.